Jessica, and this is just going to be a quick update on some purchases that I've made from Sephora and just giving my final thoughts on them. The first thing is going to be the Bite Beauty Liquified lipsticks. These are, they're bullet form, but just kind of like blended up and put in a tube so you can wear it like a liquid lipstick, only it does not dry down, but it is actually fairly long lasting. I have worn them all day before without touching up, and they stay there. They still move, they still come off on like your cup or when you're eating or anything like that, but if you're just like drinking out a straw, drinking through a cup, like you eating with a fork, then you know you really shouldn't have to apply reapply, because I've done it. Each time I've worn them, I didn't reapply at all throughout the day because I just wanted to see how they did. I've worn all three of these shades except for the shade Flambe, which is a nice, really pretty orange space red. I just haven't had a chance to. This next one is, well, actually, let me put the other red next to it. And I actually had on braids today, but I filmed this video and it cut off midway through, or else I would have shown you what it looked like on me. It's a blue based red, but on me it actually looks more muted than it does when it comes out of the tube, which I was actually kind of surprised by. But I actually do like that, just because, you know, in your face red is not what you always want. Sometimes you want a more muted red, that kind of like a everyday red. And braids is like an everyday red to me on my skin tone. The other shade that I had is Demi Glace, which is a really nice, pretty brown shade with like a hint of like purple in it. It's kind of like a gray brown in it. In these three, I do not need a liner. With this last one, which is called Whip, it's really pretty, a peachy nude, but it definitely needs a liner. But with a good brown line or whatever color line you want to use, it actually really is a really pretty pink peachy nude shade. And then I also have a fifth one, just because Sephora, I think it's still going right now, is doing, if you spend $25, you can get this as a deluxe sample. And I needed to re-up on my spot treatment. And so when I did, I grabbed this. My spot treatment is $26. And so I grabbed this, which is called Chutney. It's the color I have on right now without a liner. It's a really pretty, kind of like a pinky nude. So like a mauvey pinky nude. I really like it. It's a really pretty color. I would definitely repurchase these in their full size. I am happy to have them in the smaller deluxe size, just because I don't really go through lipstick all that much. I do really like this formula. It's a tip is to start off slow with these. Don't go and just like full swipe and then like try and like blot together, because it's going to feel really heavy and like it's just going to feel really nasty on the lips. The trick is you want to like add a little bit at a time. Get it mixed up on your lips until you get that right balance of just enough product on the lips to where you get like the full like opaque coverage, while it also not feeling uber heavy on the lips. But I do like this. I do like this formula. I would definitely repurchase. The other item that I'm going to talk about is, I believe that set was $25 for 4 of them. The other one that I did was the Milk Makeup little mini of 6. This, I believe, was $39. And I can tell you guys right off the bat, this bronzer is really trash. A, it's not the right shade for my skin tone. Sorry, I'm holding like all 6 of those in my hand. A, it's not the right shade for my skin tone. Like, and when like, you can see it then, but when it's blended out, it just looks dirty. Like it just looks dirty. Like, let's see if I can blend it out a little bit. It just like looks dirty. It's not dark enough for me to be used as a bronzer. Now, in their defense, they do have a darker shade than this one. I've not tried it, and I'm not going to try it just because I really don't like this formula. it feels too heavy on the skin for me to want it. Also, I'm a little afraid of, I think it has coconut oil. I'm a little afraid of the coconut oil and acne. So I definitely would not repurchase the bronzer in the full size. The highlighter sticks, this is the holographic stick in Mars. You can't really see it because it is a really pretty color. It's like a really pretty, like purpley purpley pink, and it like just blends out really beautifully to be, see if I can, there it is. And so it looks like it's a really pretty holographic color on brown skin. I like this a lot. However, they do have, and when I put it on, it blends out nicely. It doesn't feel heavy on my skin. It doesn't really feel like I have it on my skin. It is a nice stick. They do have this in the powder, and I would prefer it in the powder just to be sure that I'm not wouldn't have any issues with breakouts, because I think this might also have a little bit of coconut oil in it as well, but don't quote me because I'm not 100% sure. But when I did wear it, I didn't have any issues with it. It wore really beautifully and lasted the day for me. And then they have the regular highlighter stick in Lit. Try and build that up as well. And that's what Lit looks like. It's a champagne-y kind of like gold. It's really pretty. It actually kind of does look good on my skin tone, but it's kind of like melted. But like, it is a really pretty color. I would not repurchase this just because it's not a highlighter that I'm like, ooh, I've got to have it, especially not in the stick form. It's cool. I can tell you that stick wise, I do prefer the Fenty Beauty stick formula just because it's a little bit drier, and I feel like it's better for oily skin. While this isn't bad for oily skin, if I go in with a little bit and kind of blend it out, it's fine. I don't feel like it's going to clog my pores. But the Fenty Beauty one, it just has a drier consistency while still being creamy enough for it to go on the skin. So this is nice. I just don't have a need for this color or want for this color. So I would not repurchase that, even if they had it in a powder form. The glitter stick, which is called Techno. I believe so far this is only exclusive to the set, but I think they're going to be releasing it in a full version. That is what Techno looks like. It does pick up your foundation. So there is that. The other two that I mentioned, highlighters did not. But it's really pretty. It kind of has like a purple pink base to it with like chunks of glitter in it. And so like when you it looks really bad when it's like concentrated, but once you like kind of like blend it out, try and blend it down, it looks really like, just like, as you can see, like right there, it looks really pretty on like, so a little bit of this like on top of another highlighter would just look really pretty. It's more of something probably like for like a special occasion, but I am actually really happy to have this. I would repurchase this. This size I think is really perfect because I really don't see people like, unless you're like a glitter junkie for like on like your cheeks, or you could also use this on the body. I don't really see people like reaching for this every day if you have a 9-to-5 like I do. But to clarify, I have worn a hot pink glittery eye look to work as well as green lipstick on multiple occasions, so I would wear this to work. So the blur stick, the infamous blur stick. Let's see if let's do it on this side. So this is what the blur stick looks like. You can't really see it because it's meant to be, you know, invisible. On my skin it is invisible. I'm not sure how it would be on darker or lighter skin tones. And actually let me go ahead and like roll this up. This is kind of about how much product you're getting. Ooh, too far in each one. Dagnabbit. In each one, sorry, it kind of broke off of the little base, but it's fine. So you're getting 5.5 4 grams in this one. I actually would repurchase this. I do like it. I do feel like it fills up my pores nicely without feeling heavy and overly silicone-y. So this is something that I do like and that I would repurchase, hopefully in a baby size. I don't want that huge fat stick. Like, there's just something about that huge fat stick that's just a turn off for me. But I do like it in this compact, easily housed and stored size. Let's see, because I think in the lip highlighter you get 6.7 grams, and the bronzer you're getting 6.7 grams. In the glitter stick you're getting 7.1 grams. The blur stick 5.4 grams. And the holographic stick you're getting 7.1 grams. I forgot to mention that earlier. And then the final item that came in, which is my favorite item from this entire I want to say trio, but it's not a trio. This entire set is the cooling stick. This is the perfect size for getting right under your under eye. It doesn't really pull, and it really does feel cooling. That feels so nice and refreshing under my under eyes. I really do love this. I don't really feel like it depuffs all that much, but my under eyes are strong and large and in charge that nothing really, anything that says it depuffs doesn't do it. Case in point, this Needles No More by Dr. Brandt, No More Baggage. This was a deluxe sample I got as well, is trash. It does absolutely nothing. But this at least does feel nice and cooling under my under eye. It does feel refreshing under my under eye. I like using this in the morning. I like using it at night. I like using it through the day. I'm sure it does pick up product. But today I'm not wearing anything under my under eye. I'm not wearing a foundation or anything like that. So I'm just wearing a tinted sunscreen. So this is something that I really do like. I do hope they have it. I know they have it in like the huge fat stick, but that's not gonna do because you can't get under your under eye with the huge fat stick. So I'm hoping that they will, if they don't already have it available, that they will have it. When I looked, I think the only way you get it small is if you buy that set of 6. I'm hoping that they will come out with smaller size like this, or even like just like if you want to have all of that product, like just like a longer tube and like that. But either way it goes, that stick is not good enough for getting under the eye, but the product itself is really good. So that basically concludes my thoughts on those items, with one special little insert that I wasn't going to talk about. I was going to talk about in another video, but when I was already talking about eye cream, I might as well have talked about it. So yeah, so that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and please come back for the next video. Bye guys.